So how does it feel just to get back out there and kind of feel the physicality of the game and running the ball and all of that after the
Yeah.
way things ended last year?
I think it feels good. I spent a lot of off season just trying to be consistent day in and day out, just putting myself and preparing myself for this type of situation where I had to physically be available and at the same time too, just putting a lot of stress on my body. So when I came back to camp, I was ready.
How grateful are you that you were able to get all the work you did in like OTAs and mini camp that you were full go and we saw you in those team drills like from the beginning?
Yeah, definitely fortunate. I would say super thankful for just our staff here and just every day attacking rehab and doing all the little things right, you know what I'm saying? So just being consistent with it. So I'm really fortunate to be back. I'm happy to be around my teammates, all those guys that supported me throughout the season and going into this year with the same goal.
You think you're just
Coach was telling us that he had that teaching moment with you sort of earlier in camp where you bro popped Mike a little bit. We haven't seen him since then, but I know that. But anyways, he talked about how that was kind of a teaching moment and a
Yeah.
learning moment for you.
Yeah.
What was kind of the thinking there about that situation, and what did you take from it?
For me, it was just basically, got to protect the team, got to protect your teammates. Even though you guys are out there competing, at the end of the day, we're not against each other, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the main goal, and that's what everybody has on this team as far as the vision, is to go out there and win every football game and making sure your guys are healthy.
you think you're just as fast as before the injury?
Sorry, what?
You think you're just as fast as before the injury?
I mean, yeah, I feel good. I feel the same, if not better. I had an all season to prepare a long time for, and even just making it through rehab, I think that was its own journey, and then making it through that and just also being consistent.
Quinshon, when coach is looking for a starting quarterback, alternating Shador and Deshaun, what's that like for you as a player trying to get used to quarterback?
For me, I think I just embrace it because each and every one of those guys are different and talented in their own different ways. Just being able to adjust on the fly to whoever I'm going in on a specific drive and just, tailoring my game to how they play and how they communicate. So I think it's great.
How's it been? How's it been to be able to go through a full training camp and
Yeah.
learn all the installs where last year you were kind of trying to pick up?
Last minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like for me, it's very fortunate. Like I'm super grateful just to be in a position where I can actually learn and take it day by day and actually put the time and effort into correcting my mistakes. Whereas in game you can't afford to make those mistakes. So actually having a time to learn from Coach Munkin and learn from Travis and Coach Deuce and people that want to see all the young guys that we do have on this team go out there and excel to the highest level we can.
So now that you're going through your first training camp, and you're healthy, and you've been through a rookie season.
Yeah.
What do you expect to be like this year?
For me, I think we got a great group of guys up front, so all of my belief is in them and on my coaches. So just going out there, I know physically I'll be able to do everything that I've always done. That's not a question for me, but just the mindset, the mentality that we have as a team, I think that's what's going to carry us over the top.
But did you have to feel like, having not gone through training camp last year,
Yeah.
did you have to sort of prepare yourself, I don't want to say conditioning wise, but sort of pacing, how to, not to go too hard, too soon, how to
Yeah.
sort of, to ride that?
Totally. I think, like as a young guy too, you really have to understand that, just because when you're fresh, you're first coming into the league, you got vets and different guys. They give you a lot of advice, because as a hard worker like myself, I do want to go out there and put the best work I can in and day out, but you do have to be smart. And that's one thing I will say, like our vets have taught a lot of our young guys, like, be smart and the way you prep your body and how to have longevity through the season.
Quinshon, you talking about the guys up front.
Mhm.
We've seen a lot of run fit drills this summer.
Yeah.
What have you kind of taken away from the offensive line, the way that they're blocking, and how do you think it might be different from last year with the new pieces that they've added?
I think these guys are really physical. They're really smart football players. They have a lot of experience. So I think it's easier just to play with them, not saying it wasn't easier before to play with the last group of guys, but I think with these guys, you know, it's just a natural connection. I feel like just playing with them, a lot of things that they can anticipate or they can previously see. They communicate well, so every day I practice with them, I'm excited.
What are your individual goals?
For me, it's always been the same thing. Just be the best that I can be. I don't try to put pressure on myself by saying I want to do certain specific things. It's just really going out there and compete, taking it one day at a time, and you know, go out there and accomplish my team goals too.
So you're not 1,000 yards or.
I think as a competitor, you definitely want to be the best you can, and that's what our goal is, to be the best. That's what I do this for. So I think as far as the mindset, the mentality that I take on the field is to always be the best.
When Judkins was in Baltimore, you know, you think of Derrick Henry and that downhill running game. Do you see that's where this running game is going?
Yeah, Coach Monken, I remember him when I was in college. He was at Georgia, and I just remember how they ran the ball, and it was just like, man, like, it's a super smart guy, and just the way that, like, everybody does everything up front and the way that he uses scheme-wise. So I think for me, I'm just excited to be in this offense and just do what I do. So.
Derek, to the point about Derek, out here still doing it. I think it's like 32, 33 now.
Right.
What do you think is the key to longevity at your position?
I think, like I was saying earlier, like going back to that, it's really just being smart, you know what I'm saying? And just taking it day by day, training, you know, not overly killing your body and just trying to make it throughout the season. So getting the things that you need to be able to compete at the highest level, but not killing yourself
How
at the
important
same
are the
time.
guys behind you, your Samsons, your Marshalls,
Yeah.
your Sanders?
Yeah, man, we got a really talented room. All of those guys are really unique. They're all special. They're great guys. And I think we need everybody, especially on this team. Every single one of these guys, they go out and compete every single day. So I'm excited.
Quinshon, you guys are involved in a pretty intense quarterback battle, just like last year too. But what impact is that having on you in practice, and is all the stuff around it any kind of a distraction or anything like that?
Never. I would never say it's a distraction, just because, you know, we have a great head coach, Coach Monken. He keeps us focused on the things that matter, and you know, it goes back to a team. That's what's most important. At the end of the day, we go out there, compete at practice, and we have each other's back. So you go in the quarterback room, each and every one of those guys, they support each other. No matter who throws a pick or who throws a touchdown, they still act the same way. None of those guys change. So I think that's what's important, and I think, you know, it's no distractions.
What did, on Saturday, you see Spencer get kind of mix it up with Jared. You know, seeing the rookie sort of stand up, you know, stand up to the you know, the established guy. What does that do in kind of in the locker room, seeing, you know, for Spencer in terms of the, you know, seeing him kind of maybe take a step forward?
I would say in the locker room, it didn't really do anything, but I think on the field, you know, as a young guy, that's how you show your respect. You know, I was a rookie last year, and I remember just having to showcase what's important to the older guys. A lot of these guys that have experience, that's what they love to see. They love to see the production. They love to see the emotion. They love to see, you know, all the things that guys like him that we bring here to the Browns, you know, what they showcase and what they do. So I was just happy for him in that moment, just to see him compete, you know, and be the person that he is.
Last year, not going through training camp and just going right into it. Before your injury, were you you felt like you were hitting a wall at all? I mean, it was a long year for you.
As far as what? Get deeper into that. I want to.
Like your rushing totals were going down.
Yeah.
Offensive line was hurt. I mean,
I think as a rookie, a lot of rookies hit walls. You know, just because of the longevity of the season. Luckily for me at Ohio State, I played a season that long. But I think for normal college kids, you don't play that many games. So every rookie hits a wall throughout the season. It's just win. So I think for me, it was just trying to maintain the same routine I had, do everything the same way.
Do you feel like this training camp is the first time where you can be more relaxed and kind of operate on your own pace? Because really, with that long season at Ohio State, you were behind in the combine process and everything. Training camp last minute, the injury this offseason.
For me, it was just really having, like, I remember when we won at Ohio State, I literally only had like maybe 2 weeks to prepare for the combine. So everything was just so back to back to back and just like rapid pace. So now having the off season, like I said, and just the time to go out there and prepare, the time to go out there and try to execute plays to the most of my ability, and just really having a routine and sticking to it for real. So I like it, and I'm just excited for the season.
Quinshon, another little thing that we kind of saw happen in practice, and then Coach addressed it the other day. It was just a minor thing, but I think it might show how you are taking initiative to show that that you're heading into your second year and you know what's going on or whatever. Anyways, it was when you and Deshaun were arguing over whatever happened on the cadence, and you both were kind of standing your ground a little bit. So I'm just wondering, kind of like what did you see in that regard?
Actually, that was funny. Coach Munkin thought it was hilarious. Not at the time, but later. But yeah, that was just a miscommunication. That just happens. It's in between plays. It's practice. That's what you go out there for, to correct those things. So in the game, you don't have to deal with it. So that's all.
Pretty good.
All right.
Cool.
Thank
Thank you, guys.